Welcome to the F-Bound Podcast. I'm your host, Shannon Schroeder, Executive Function Coach. I help neurodivergent women learn tips and strategies to improve the life skills that will help them be successful. Rapid Planning Method, a comprehensive guide to efficient planning. If you struggle with prioritizing tasks and managing your time, or you feel overwhelmed by your to-do list, the Rapid Planning Method may be just what you need to regain control of your schedule and increase your productivity. The Rapid Planning Method, also known as RPM, is a time management system developed by Tony Robbins. It's designed to help you clarify your goals, prioritize your tasks, and focus on actions that will have the greatest impact on your life. Origins of Rapid Planning Method. Development by Tony Robbins. Rapid Planning Method, RPM, was developed by Tony Robbins, a well-known self-help author and motivational speaker. RPM is a system designed to help you achieve your goals by breaking them down into actionable steps. Robbins developed RPM after years of studying successful people and their habits. Let me first say that I am far from an advocate for most of the so-called gurus out there, so I'm not going to tell you to go follow him and listen to what he says. I'm also not ignoring allegations that have been made. However, when someone has a valid plan or strategy that might help my audience, I'm still going to talk about it. Regardless of how you or I feel about the developer of a method, you can still try it out to see if it'll work for you. Evolution over time. Since its inception, RPM has evolved to become a comprehensive planning system that can be used by anyone. The system has been refined over the years to make it more user-friendly and effective. Today, RPM is a popular planning tool used by many people to achieve their goals. One of the key features of RPM is its focus on results. The system is designed to help individuals set clear goals and then break them down into actionable steps. This makes it easier for you to stay focused and motivated as you work toward achieving your goals. Another important feature of RPM is its emphasis on prioritization. The system encourages you to focus on the most important tasks first, which can help you make progress toward your goals more quickly. Core principles. Clarity of purpose. To effectively plan and execute your goals using the Rapid Planning Method, it's essential to have a clear and specific purpose. This involves identifying your desired outcome and defining it in measurable terms. Remember SMART goals? By doing so, you can determine the steps needed to achieve your goal and track your progress along the way. To achieve clarity of purpose, ask yourself the following questions. What do I want to achieve? Why is this goal important to me? How will I measure my progress? What specific actions do I need to take to achieve my goal? Leverage. Leverage is about identifying the most effective and efficient ways to achieve your goals. This involves identifying the resources and tools that will help you achieve your goal with the least amount of effort and time. To leverage your resources, consider the following. What resources do I have available? How can I use these resources to achieve my goal? Are there any tools or technologies that can help me achieve my goal more efficiently? Massive Action Plan. A Massive Action Plan, MAP, is a detailed plan that outlines the specific actions needed to achieve your goal. This involves breaking down your goal into smaller, manageable tasks and assigning the deadlines to each task. To create a map, follow these steps. 1. Break down your goal into smaller, manageable tasks. 2. Assign deadlines to each task. 3. Prioritize your tasks based on importance and urgency. 4. Identify any potential obstacles and develop contingency plans. 5. Review and revise your plan regularly to ensure you're on track to achieve your goal. Now, for some of you, the title of the last step, Massive Action Plan, might feel overwhelming. It's a big picture plan. However, once you lay out the whole plan, you don't have to look at the whole thing if it's too much. Focus on the smaller steps. Implementation strategies. Defining outcomes. Before implementing the Rapid Planning Method, it's important to define the outcomes you want to achieve. This involves setting clear and specific goals that are aligned with your overall objectives. By defining outcomes, you can ensure that your planning efforts are focused and directed towards achieving tangible results. One effective way to define outcomes is to use the SMART criteria: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. By using this framework, you can create outcomes that are both meaningful and achievable. Prioritizing tasks. Once you have defined your outcomes, the next step is to prioritize your tasks. This involves identifying the most important and urgent tasks that need to be completed in order to achieve your outcomes. By prioritizing your tasks, you can ensure that you are focusing your efforts on the most critical activities. One effective way to prioritize tasks is to use the Eisenhower matrix. This approach involves dividing your tasks into 4 categories: urgent and important, important but not urgent, urgent but not important, and not urgent or important. By using this matrix, you can prioritize your tasks based on their importance and urgency and ensure that you're focusing your efforts on the most critical activities. Challenges and criticisms. Common obstacles. When implementing the rapid planning method, you may face some common obstacles. One of the most significant challenges is the need for discipline and consistency to stick to the process. It can be challenging to maintain the focus and motivation required to follow through with the planning process consistently. And as someone who struggles with executive dysfunction, this probably really hits home. Part of why you're here is because you already struggle with these things. Remember that the journey toward improved executive functioning is filled with experimentation. You need to find the strategies that fit. Another obstacle is the time and effort required to set up the RPM system. It may take some time to establish the habit of using the system, and the initial setup may require significant investment of time and resources. Something like the map takes time. Most of us don't look at the big picture and then break it down into all the steps needed. It's a lot. But if this strategy makes sense for you, stick with it. It will get easier. As you work toward improving your executive functioning and time management skills, you need to establish consistent processes. If you don't have any processes now, you need to find the right ones and then practice them. The rapid planning method is just one possible tool. Try it and see if it's a good fit. If not, move on to a different strategy. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the F-Bomb podcast. Thank you for listening. Remember to subscribe below and check out my show notes to learn more about my Facebook group, courses, and membership.